Hello and welcome to our Boyle Sports pre-World Cup preview. I'm joined by Leon Blanche, our Boyle Sports spokesman. We're all going to be hoping that France get a terrible draw ahead of Friday. Tell me first of all though how the outright's looking. We have joint favourites, I believe, to win the World Cup.
Which you're correct, Brazil and Spain. Spain, of course, will be many people's favourites. I think they got the monkey off their back last time when they actually won the European Championships, and most of that squad will be still there, and they've actually added a couple of more players. The main players, of course, Torres needs to be fit, pretty much the same when he plays for his club side, but in David Villa, Iniesta, Xavi, they've got so many beautiful footballers. Their back four for me are still a little bit suspect. But however, they have improved as a back five with Casillas in behind dictating where his full-backs and his centre-halves go. So they are a solid proposition, as are Brazil. It was a very informative friendly, I thought, between England and Brazil just a couple of weeks back to see how far England have come under Capello. And I do believe they've come quite a long way. Many of the first-team players were not available for that game. Yeah. They were only beaten 1-0. And the big thing about playing in South Africa ahead of some of the other World Cups that have been in very warm countries, it'll actually be South African winter time in June, so the English players, you would imagine, won't have any problem with that whatsoever. So against the likes of the Brazils and the Argentinas, they'll actually be much better fixed to actually go and do some damage. They're at 13-2 at the moment, England, as we can see up on the caption.
And you reckon they have a good chance? Now with Ireland out of contention, we'll be keeping a close eye on
I think England have a fantastic chance. They've got all the players, they've got all the attributes. They're a 13-2 chance. Argentina, for me, have no chance. Because of their manager.
And what price have we got Argentina?
Argentina are at 8-1, but just look at the two different sides, Nicola, for a second. Fabio Capello against Diego Maradona. One gives you confidence, one just makes you so nervous. I think Maradona has used an obscene amount of players during the World Cup qualifying campaign. They barely made it through. They had to wait till their last game. England qualified with 2 games to spare. So I really think England are going to be a massive, massive threat in this World Cup. If I was looking for a team maybe with a bit of value, maybe Holland at 12-1. The Dutch have been knocking on the door for quite some time as well. There has been a few problems in recent campaigns that their sides haven't always gelled together. There's been a couple of players that have revolted against the manager. Van Persie is a big loss. Supposed to be now he's out for the season with Arsenal. So whether he can make it back into the Dutch squad and whether he can make it back fit is going to be the big question mark. But I do like Holland. They've got a number of very, very interesting footballers. But I do feel England are going to go.
Towards England.
Yeah, I think.
Looking back at the two favourites, if you had to separate those two, I know they're both 9-2.
Yeah, I would probably put Spain slightly ahead of Brazil.
Okay.
I think because Spain's back four is better than the Brazilian back four. I think they're both capable of scoring goals. They both play lovely football. But if you had to say a keeper as well, Dida against Casillas, I'd rather have Casillas on my side. So Spain slightly for me.
Okay, well, going back to England, as you said, you really think they have a good chance at 13-2. Looking at top England goal scorer now, who's the favourite?
Yeah, I suppose it's not really a surprise here. Wayne Rooney seems to be Capello's number one striker. Yeah. And it's everyone else will play around Rooney. He's the 11-4 favourite to score the most goals. And then Steven Gerrard, he seems to be getting a bit of a free roll in the English side at the moment. He starts on the left, but he drifts into the middle. He can go out right. He can do whatever he wants, really. If he's fit, he's going to be a big, big player as well.
Defoe, what about his price?
Yeah, you know, the only thing about Defoe, Nicola, is how many games will he play? And that's the big question. Like, if he was to start with Rooney in the first game and play well, then Capello might stick with both of them. But I do believe Capello likes a big, strong player up, holding the ball up, the likes of Heskey. Heskey won't score many goals, but he might create a lot of goals. Defoe is a 7-1 chance. If you fancy Heskey, 16-1. To be honest, I'd give you 33-1 on Emile Heskey. I don't think he'll be the top scorer for England.
Well,
for
Rooney's
me,
a safe bet anyway, because we know he'll be playing.
Rooney or Gerrard, two Scousers playing for England. They'll play with a lot of passion, and they'll be the two players that can make or break England's World Cup campaign.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to finding out about the draw, and we'll have plenty more specials.